friends, welcome back. Today we are going to do some more drawing. We're going to do some blind contour drawings, which if you don't know what that means, that's okay. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to share some drawing prompts with you. So I'm going to give you some things to include in a drawing. And I'll show you what I made with the drawing prompts too. So today our materials are pretty basic, just paper and something to draw with. Today I'm going to use a skinny Sharpie. You can use a pencil, a pen, a marker, crayon, anything. And then you're going to need something to draw. So I have two things here that I'm going to show you. One is harder to do and one is easier to do. So I have a kid shoe, a little pink sneaker. This is the one that's going to be harder to do for the blind contour drawing. And then I have an apple. This is the one that's going to be easier to do. So you can choose anything to draw. It could be a thing, like an apple or a shoe, or it could be a person, it could be a pillow, it could be a toy, a block, anything. So I'll give you some time to get your materials. Oh, and I wanted to say, it could be, you could use a blank piece of paper or your sketchbook. I'm going to do it on a paper though, because I want you to be able to see it, and this sketchbook is so tiny. So go ahead and get your supplies and then come on back. Okay, ready? Let's get started. So a blind contour drawing is a drawing. It can be of anything, but it has two main rules. The first rule is that you don't look at your paper while you're doing it. That's the blind part. The second rule is that you just use one continuous line. So you don't pick up your tool from the paper the whole time you're drawing, which is really pretty challenging. If you want, you can just choose one of those. Like you could just not look at your paper, or you could just do one line. I'm going to show you how to do it with both of those rules. So I'm not going to look at my paper, and I am going to use just one continuous line. I'm going to show you, I'm going to do that apple and the sneaker. I'm going to tilt this a little so you can see better. So you can see what I'm drawing while I'm drawing it. So I'm going to start with the apple. I'm just going to put it in front of me. And then I'm going to just look at the apple and not look at the paper. And I'm going to keep my pen on the paper the whole time. And you're going to see that when you do a blind contour drawing like this, it's not going to end up exactly as you expect. So you can see that does not really look like an apple, but this is a really great drawing technique or drawing exercise to get you thinking about drawing differently and not using your brain in the same way as you might usually use it while you're drawing. I'm gonna see if I have a pink to do the shoe. Oh, I do. This little pencil case is from Elise. Thanks, Elise. I use it all the time. Okay, so I'm going to try doing the shoe. And the shoe is going to be harder because it has a lot more lines. So I'm going to put the shoe just here on the table in front of me. And I'm just going to draw it. I'm not going to look at the paper. I'm just going to look at the shoe. And I'm going to keep my pen on the paper the whole time. And when you're doing this with like something a little trickier like a shoe, your lines, like to keep them, to keep it all one line, you might have to do some extra lines that aren't actually there, and that's totally okay. Oh, and it's so hard to not look down. Whoa. Okay. So, not exactly a shoe, but kind of cool anyway. So you could use this exercise. You could do it over and over again, and I'm sure that no two drawings would be the same. But the more you do things like this, the more your muscle memory kind of kicks in, and your hand like knows where to go. But anyway, so this is a really fun thing to do. I really like doing blind contour portraits, so drawing people. It's really fun because they never really look quite like the person, and they're usually pretty silly. But that's what we're doing today, blind contour drawings. I hope that you will send me any that you make. You could even, like something we've done in classes before at Randolph is two people are drawing each other at the same time, which works because you're not looking down at your paper at all. You're just looking at the person you're drawing. So you could, like you and one of your grown-ups, or you and a sibling could be looking at each other and drawing each other. We did this with the Upstairs Neighborhood a couple weeks ago in morning meeting, and it was so much fun. So everybody chose a face on their Zoom screen and drew them, and it was awesome to see all the different faces. So before we go, I am going to share 3 drawing prompts with you. So if you are in the Crow's Nest or River Room, you've done a million drawing prompts with me as like a drawing exercise at the beginning of class, but I wanted to share a little more about what this is for some of you who haven't done this before. So there's a really great illustrator and author, and her name is Carson Ellis, and every Tuesday she posts a new set of these drawing prompts, and they can be anything. We've had all sorts of different ones. One that we did in the Crow's Nest was like long hair, wearing a shirt with your town on it, and giant feet. Like just totally random, off the wall kind of things. So I did one today. Basically, your drawing can be anything. It can be a person, it can be a cat, it can be a beach ball, as long as it includes these 3 things. So today's are, let's see if you can read that, has 1 eye, has 3 legs, and is bouncing a ball. So I already drew mine to share with you. So you can see 1 eye, kind of an alien-ish face, 3 sort of octopus legs, and it's bouncing a ball. I don't have my regular like box of drawing prompts with me at home, so I just wrote these on paper. But in today's newsletter, I'll include the drawing prompts that we usually use at school, if you want to print them out to have at home, or you can just copy them and write the things down on a piece of paper and cut them out, which is kind of what I did here. So you can do drawing prompts of your own at home. So that's it. Our line contour drawings of anything, and our drawing prompt with 3 silly things. And if you come to the next Open Studio on Monday, I would love for you to bring your drawing prompt drawing so we can compare our one-eyed, 3-legged, ball bouncing creatures. Okay, thanks my friends. See you next time.